Hello guys, here is a Hampton Bay Carriage House 2 ceiling fan from March of this year. I got this fan for $90 at Home Depot. I got this when they were selling the very last few. My very last few. I mean, this was, there were 4 available at the time of the purchase. Now this thing is completely out of stock in this finish, which is pretty sad. Now the only available color remaining is brushed nickel, which I don't really like that finish too much. So, yeah. So yeah, this thing right here, for it being new, I think this looks very good. I like how they did the iron accents on the motor. Has fancier alabaster shades. This is a very nostalgic fan for me. I remember when these were everywhere back in the 2010s when I was a kid. I think these were sold in the mid-2000s to probably this year, because they don't make this fan in that finish anymore, unfortunately. So, yeah. It's quite sad that they don't make it in this finish anymore, but it's just what it is. So I got one of these just in time. So I'm going to show you guys the fan features. Here's the light. Here's setting 1. Here's setting 2. And here's setting 3. I'm using 60 watt incandescent light bulbs in there. No LED trash or anything like that. Let's start up on low. Now I know there's probably going to be a number of people that are going to be having an outburst in the comments saying something like, oh, it's a Hampton Bay, it's going to be a bad fan. Well, here's the thing. Back in the 2000s, when these were sold in the store, you didn't have to go on the computer and buy it. You would absolutely go ahead and buy one of these, and this was at a pretty economical price. Back in the 2000s, I think these were sold for about $50, which was a cheaper fan back then. And I mean, this does have an issue with the blades. Of course, that's what I've been told, and I know that because my grandma has one of these fans and hers is warping pretty badly. But the blade irons can just get bent back. I mean, you shouldn't have to do that. That I agree with, but if you need to bend the irons back every 10 years, you know, whatever. This is low, and it's almost silent on low, and I can already feel a pretty consistent draft from it. And this is a hugger ceiling fan, so you gotta have very low expectations for a hugger, because the blades are mounted so close to the ceiling. I know this room can take a downrod fan because this is an 8-foot ceiling, so you can have a downrod with the fan. Here's medium. The airflow is also pretty good on medium. The CFM ratings on this fan say, I have the box right here. This claims to draw, this says 3,047 on high, which I just take these CFM ratings with a grain of salt because I have been told they're not very accurate. I know Jordan Yu just got a tester that does have a more accurate reading on the fan, and that is take an anemometer and do a little bit of math there. Now high. This thing's pretty hummy on high. There's probably something loose in there. Yeah, something's loose in there. So I have to take a look at that. But this is pushing out a pretty good amount of air for a hugger. For something made today, I think this is pretty good. Now, I know that Dominic has this same exact fan, this same exact finish. So I had to absolutely tell him about that. I'm pretty sure he's going to like this video, so this video also goes to him too. And he did say about, like, the switch housing doesn't have the Hampton Bay logo on it, like it depicts in the picture. The picture also depicts the pull chains being the older style, but they're really the newer style. So that is an example of an obsolete picture on the computer. So unfortunately, the computer picture isn't 100% accurate. But this is still a very nice looking fan. I really like it. This takes me back, all the way back to the 2010s when I was a kid. You see these everywhere. And I'm going to go ahead and reverse it. And there we go, it works. Now reverse it again. And now off. Yeah, this is a pretty nice looking fan for something made today. This has beautiful wood color blades on it. I love the iron finish. I love the 2 tan rings around it. The amber style globes. Everything about this I really do like. For something made today, I think this looks fabulous. Alright, well, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thank you guys for watching. Bye.